All right, let's watch this here. This bar is pretty close. It may give us a pulse extreme line cross signal. It's going to be pretty close on a down close. It's in front of the 50 XMA and in front of the prior pivot low, so those are both negatives. Certainly. I'm going to go be a little bit more aggressive and put this order in. Again, the negative is it could get held up by the 50 XMA and the prior pivot low. I do have a couple of other indications. It's going to be interesting if we're going to get that one more bar to transition on the pulse extreme indicator to get us to a -2. I'm not sure we're going to. It might not officially qualify as a pulse extreme line cross. It might be an early entry here. But if it does, it's going to qualify on that last tick. You see how our pulse extreme line is at -1. It needs to be at -2 to fire a signal. And obviously the other negative is just the overall slowness of the price action. This would be definitely a little bit better looking trade if it was occurring just a little bit lower. One of the things I do like about it, however, and we're up 2 ticks right out of the gate, is the fact that we have some pretty good minor structural topping action. Some pretty good minor structural topping action. So it tried, pushed down, didn't follow through quite as much as we would like to get to a quick, easy win there. Let's see if it can do it. And you can see this next bar is going to be the one that officially fires the pulse extreme line cross signal. So I was a little early. 3 ticks into the profit. I'm locking up my stop a little bit now. There we go. All right. We got there. And right in front of the DPTL line, we might be able to jam down through that. But good to start off the day with a nice win. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So those individuals going for 8, 9, 10 ticks of profit are also rewarded. I took a quick 6 ticks. So let's just identify real quickly some of the quality factors on this trade. And had you waited for the pulse extreme line cross signal, you were nicely rewarded also, and you didn't have to sweat. We didn't have to sweat too much on our entry, but once that pulse extreme line cross signal fired, boom, it jumped nicely to the downside. So here were some of the different factors that I was looking at. From a structural standpoint, you can see when we put in this slight move to the upside here in the price action, what did our OS line do? Our OS line was really solidly lower. I mean, that's a really good divergent slope. Price action higher, OS line lower. So right from that point on, I knew we had some pretty solid divergence in, that would be worth keeping an eye on that. From there, we had pretty flat price action. Again, slight slope up, actually, and another move down. So we call this triple pivot double divergence. It's 2 levels of divergence, pretty solid indication that this market likely wants to roll over. So that was, definitely a good indication. We had nice transition of our pulse extreme colors here. We transitioned from strong blue, got some red coming in, and then before we entered the signal, we got even a deeper level of red. So the transition was happening well. We did have a nice downslope in the action line. The majority of trades that I'm going to execute, we're going to wait for at least some action line support or action line confirmation. And you can see we definitely got that hooked down in the action line. As we've been talking a little bit about the Las Vegas seminar, one of the things that I am going to be teaching at the Las Vegas seminar is adding a volume component to your sniper trading. Is it necessary? No. We've been trading the sniper, teaching you guys how to use the sniper incredibly powerfully for 2 years now with not looking at volume at all. But that doesn't change the fact that understanding volume flow and having a volume component gives you an extra little edge. And there was a volume indication, a volume nod in this area as well. So we did have some things going in that respect. So overall, a nice little opportunity, a nice trade, and a good start to the morning. Nice winner.